Aloha, power players, and welcome to the T-shirt transfer paper power half hour, brought to you by all the good folks here at Condé Systems Incorporated. My name's Doug DeWitt, transfer paper product manager and host of the show. And with me, as always, our director and good friend, Rodeo Bo. Bo, how you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful, Doug. How you doing today?
I'm doing just fine, Bo.
Better than the weather?
Better than the weather outside, ladies and gentlemen. If by chance we happen to get cut off in the middle of our presentation, just make sure to catch us downstream, because that's where we will be floating by. So that being said, I think it is time to pay the power bill, especially if we're worried about the power going out. So let's get that knocked out. Bo, 'tis July, 'tis the season.
It is.
What we got going on this season?
We got an amazing sale going on right now called Christmas in July, with it being July. And did you know there's about 167 days until Christmas, Doug?
167 days.
Roughly.
I was not counting back that far, but I will take your word for it.
So, now's the time to start stocking up, getting ready for Christmas. We got lots of great ornaments, stockings, stocking stuffers.
And we've got them at insane prices.
Yep, up to 75% off. We also got stuff for back to school, Halloween, just summertime stuff, tumblers, mugs.
All kinds of stuff. Yeah. And like we said, when we're talking about loading up, it's the perfect opportunity to do it because the pricing really is insane. Yeah. Go to our banner on Condé.com.
I'll drop it in there for you.
Yeah,
and if you're not into sublimation and you're more into the transfer paper side of things, there's definitely something in there for you, isn't there, Doug?
Oh, yeah, there's definitely transfer paper on that list, and more are going to be added as the month goes on. So the special is only going to get better. So make sure you check it out by clicking on the link that Bo provided.
It's the month that keeps on giving. And Friday, come join us, same time, 3:30 Central Standard Time PM. And on Friday, join us for Friday Live. We'll be doing pet products. We got a lot of great pet products on sale as well.
That's right. 'Tis the season to take care of your pet, the way that they take care of you. I mean, they are your emotional support. So make sure you treat them well with some fine looking printable products.
Speaking of emotional support, do you have your emotional support printer with you today?
This is my OKI 8432 WT white toner printer. This will be one of the printers that we will be selling as a demo during our live open house, which is not this week, but next week, Bo?
Yep, the 20th. The 20th, the 21st, and the 22nd. The 20th and the 21st will be the virtual open house.
That's right.
We'll be having about 14 classes and Friday Live. Those will all be streamed just like a regular live, just like this. Everyone can watch it, no registration needed. You can go to our website where I do have the schedule for Thursday and Friday classes. And then on Friday, Doug, would you like to tell them about our Saturday, the in-person? While I drop the link.
Yeah, as far as Saturday is concerned, we will have in-person open house where you can attend here at our building, and that is going to run from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central Time. We're going to have a number of vendor representatives set up here at open house, and they're going to be showing you some amazing things, some that we cannot mention you have never seen before. All right, so the Condé crowd will be the first to check it out. You got to wait until next Saturday, and that's on the 22nd.
They'll have to wait to see you.
Yeah, they're going to have to wait. I'm not even going to give away the secret right now, Bo.
I don't even know how to.
I couldn't even begin to. All right. However, if you definitely want to make sure that you're here, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, 10 a.m., 3 p.m. Central Time, our in-person open house, please come by and visit, say hello. Rodeo Bo will be here.
I'll be here.
I will be here, and we would love to see you here.
That's right. I just saw a question in there. I'm going to drop this in there for D. D, here's a link to all of our Vapor T-shirts that we sell for sublimation and other things.
Well, thank you for taking care of that. While you're taking care of that, Bo, we're going to talk about how to perform basic cleaning maintenance on an OKI or Crio 8432 WDT. Now, a lot of the things that we're going to cover today, you could also apply to other OKI units, such as the C711WT, such as the 6410 Neon, the 920 WT. About the only printer that this will not apply to is a 9541. Now, people ask all the time, what is the maintenance on a white toner printer?
Is it scary, Doug?
It's not that scary, and we're about to show you how to do it. But I would say, as far as the maintenance is concerned, it's minimal. What we're going to cover today, you maybe want to do to your printer once or twice a year. That's really all you need to do. It depends on how many prints you send to your printer. Okay, so this is not something that you're going to have to do every Monday when you walk in. This is not something you're going to have to do if the printer's been sitting idle for a couple of months. But if you run your printer on a fairly consistent basis like we do, about once every 6 months to a year, you just want to give it a good maintenance cleaning. And that's what we're going to do to our 8432 because she is very, very dirty. Okay.
And we want to sell that to somebody clean and happy, right?
Yeah. And if you're at our open house, you might get the opportunity to walk out with this printer right here at an awesome price. So make sure you show up.
And if you need to, you can walk out and we'll carry it to your car for you.
Well, Rodeo Bo can carry it to your car for you. He'll do that at no additional charge because he's just a great guy. All right, Rodeo, let's go ahead and start cleaning this 8432 WT. The first thing we're going to want to do, Bo, is we're going to want to essentially gut the printer, remove all the consumables.
So is that what the containers are for?
That's what the containers are for. Now, if you don't have a plastic tub like this, you could use something like a cardboard box. You just need to make sure it's going to be big enough for your toners and drum sets. Another thing that you want to do, I'm going to take a dark t-shirt, and I am going to put this dark t-shirt at the bottom of my container. And the reason we're doing this, Bo, and I want to show everyone at home.
Well, I was going to ask, Doug.
We want to make sure that we do not damage the photoconductive wheels of our image drum.
Can you use a light colored shirt? Why is it dark?
We want to use dark because we don't want light to reflect onto our image drum roller at the bottom because it is a photoconductive unit. So the darker we can keep the box or the container, ladies and gentlemen, the better off we're going to be. But simply put, all I'm going to do is I'm not going to unlock the toner. I want to leave these toner cartridges locked in, but simply put, what I want to do is just pull it out as one unit and set it inside my container. And keep going. Got one left. I think there's room for it. And let me just show the folks at home, ladies and gentlemen.
I got the zoom going.
This is the bottom photoconductive wheel of your image drums on an 8432. We do not want to touch that wheel with our bare fingertips. That's a no-no. Any grease that comes off on our fingertips onto this photoconductive wheel will create a spot in your print. So that's why we're dropping it with a t-shirt down. We want to keep this protected.
So it's okay to be in the light for a little bit then?
Yeah, for a couple of minutes we're fine. We just don't want it exposed to light for a prolonged period. Now what I will do to ensure that light is not exposed to it, I'll take another t-shirt and just kind of drop it over, and we will set this aside. And we're going to pull the next component out of the 8432, which is the transfer belt. Bo, if you could give me the other camera. Thank you. So with the cavity there, you could see the transfer belt. It's the black belt that runs the length of the printer. This is what actually advances the sheet of paper or transfer film through the printer.
So this is an S-shaped printer path?
No, it's a straight paper path.
It's a straight, okay.
And the great thing about a straight paper path is we go straight in, straight out. Now right here, there are two locking tabs.
Can you point it on the other side? That blue guy there?
Yeah, the two blue tabs right here, and you'll find them on opposite sides. They're locking tabs. Now, I just put them in the unlocked position, and there is a blue handle by which we can grab and pull out the transfer belt. And again, I'm just going to place it At the bottom of my container there, I've got a t-shirt down to protect that.
Is the transfer belt also a no touch?
Yes, it's photoconductive as well.
Okay.
So again, we are just using dark t-shirts to make sure that no light gets to them, Bo. And so we will go ahead and set this off to the side. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when you are removing that transfer belt, understand there is a waste toner box at the bottom of that belt. So don't pull it out too fast or too hard. Nice and gentle, just like I demonstrated. We don't want to spill waste toner everywhere. We're trying to clean it up, not dirty it up, right,
That's
Bo?
right.
All right, we got to get one more component out of here, Bo. And this is going to be the fuser assembly. Now, the fuser assembly is located right back here. There is one locking tab that we will lift up, and the fuser should just pull straight out.
Cool.
There is the front of the fuser, and there is the back of the fuser. And we'll talk about cleaning this bad boy in a second. But now that we've got the printer open, Bo, as we could see here, we've got some, looks to be like toner contamination right over the top here and in here. What we want to do is get rid of all the loose toner that might be in the cavity. Now, another thing that I'm going to do, and people are not going to be able to see this at home.
Do you want me here? I'll help them.
No, this is on the back of the unit.
Let's see what we can do for him, Doug.
Thank you, Bo. Here's the back of the unit here. There's a little brace door right there that we can pop off. And as you can see, it kind of opens the cavity of the whole printer. And if you could film right here for the people at home, Bo.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Yeah, this is what we need to clean, is this kind of accumulated toner here and any kind of loose toner. Now...
Is there any on the front side?
No, not on the front. It's mainly on the back. Now, another thing, Bo, if you could point here with the camera, right here, these are your toner and image drum sensors, okay? And they're located at the 4 stations for your cyan, magenta, yellow, and white. Now, if you ever get something like a toner sensor error, what it probably means is that some toner has accumulated into the sensors here, and those need to be cleaned out. So we're going to go ahead and do that.
Are they on both sides?
They're on both sides, Bo, and we're going to do it all in one shot. And we are going to simply use...
Some dust?
Yeah,
some
a can
duster?
of, yeah, just some canned air. Now, I'm not going to shake up the canned air, but what I want to do, I want to make sure that I get those contacts. Want to make sure I get those gear wheels. Let me get the contacts on the other side. Okay. Like I said, what we're trying to do, ladies and gentlemen, is just remove any kind of free-floating toner that might be inside the unit. Now, for some of this contamination here, back here, that's pretty bad, at this point, what I will do is I'll just gonna grab an old t-shirt, and for this cleaning part, you could use either denatured alcohol or you could use acetone. But for wiping the back here, I'm just going to go with some denatured alcohol. Look at that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Let me come around this side. Did you get it all?
Well, I didn't get it all,
Yeah,
Bo.
There you go.
Yeah. So like I said, we just want to get rid of this free-floating toner. And what I like about denatured alcohol, ladies and gentlemen, it does dry quick. Thank you, Bo.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like I need just Okay. Now, one last thing I can clean, and let me just kind of close the printer up here, show everyone at home how to do this. We can take tray 1, which is the cassette tray, out. And again, some compressed air through this. So if you see some toner accumulated, just get it with the canned air. Oh, that looks much better. All righty. Get that little spot here or there. And by having the cassette tray out and this back cavity open right here, Bo, basically it allows all that toner to shoot out of the printer. Okay.
Is it happy yet?
It's getting there. It's definitely in a better mood. All right. Now, the next thing we're going to do, Bo, and if you can kind of focus up here, what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we are going to clean the LED print heads on our 8432. Now, to point out, the print heads are these 4 black strips that are running across the top part of the printer. Now, as far as these strips are concerned, understand, ladies and gentlemen, no toner physically passes through these strips. What passes through these strips are light, okay? So we want to make sure that these strips are clean. Now, what I'm going to do here is I am using a microfiber cloth, okay? And I'm simply just going to fold it up. I'm not putting any kind of cleaner or cleansing product, nothing, just a straight microfiber cloth. And what we're going to do, Bo, is we are going to gently wipe these heads in one direction, applying very little pressure, little more than contact pressure. But we want to make sure that we get all 4 of these heads. Now,
can you push too hard on there and damage something?
If we push too hard, we might misalign the heads, which might throw your output a little off. But once we put all the consumables back in, this printer should basically auto align anyway. One of the neat trick of removing all the consumables. But what we want to make sure that we do, or don't do, I should say, is we don't want to touch these print heads. Again, do not touch with your bare fingertip. The oil off of your fingertip will clog the little microscopic holes where the light needs to admit, and you'll end up with a vertical streak running down your print if that happens. So, like I said, microfiber cloth, gently wipe in one direction. You want to make sure you get all 4 heads. Okay. Now, while the printer is open, the last thing we want to do is we want to clean some of the feed rollers that are inside of the printer. So bear with me one second, ladies and gentlemen, while I open up some cleaning products here.
Do we sell those cleaning products, Doug?
Well, as far as these things that I'm about to grab, we sure do, Bo. These are some sponge tip swabs. We sell them in a pack of 50. The part number is swab 50. Should be pretty easy to remember. But I'm going to take some of these sponge tip swabs. Can you swab the deck
with them?
Well, Bo, it depends on the size of your boat, but I would probably advise against it. Okay, so we got the swabs here, and I've got Windex brand window cleaner. Now, that is an important distinction, ladies and gentlemen, because Windex is not going to dry out our rubber rollers, which is what we are going to clean next. So I'm just going to take some Windex, set it here. You see these 4 gray rollers here, 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 here. We're going to gently apply the Windex. And there should be a little gear wheel here that will advance the roller right here on the side.
Move your finger.
It's right in there.
Cool.
And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we're using Windex brand window cleaner because Windex is not going to dry out these rubber rollers. If we were to try to put like either acetone or denatured alcohol on these, it's going to dry out these rubber rollers. And Rodeo, if these rubber rollers dry out, they lose their grab ability to grab the sheet of paper and send it through, okay? So if we've got a little bit of excess Windex, no big deal. That is a part you
can purchase though, right?
I'm sorry, say again?
Can you purchase those if they do wear out?
As far as these are concerned, well, these are considered parts, not consumables, okay? You know, in other words, if these were to wear out, we would have to call an OKI certified technician and have them come out and replace those rollers. Now, if we just do a little bit of regular maintenance with some Windex brand window cleaner, then we'll never have to replace them. They'll stay fresh. Now, another place that you want to clean rollers, right here. This is our multi-purpose tray, and you've got two rollers. You have got one right here at the entrance to the tray that grabs the sheet. And then you have another backup roller right here. So again, using Windex brand window cleaner to clean those. Why are we using Windex? Because it's not going to dry out the rubber roller. And if you happen to use your cassette tray, this one might be harder to see, Rodeo.
I don't know if I can get down that low.
Well, just if you look underneath the cassette tray while it is out, you will see two gray pickup rollers. We're basically doing the same thing, ladies and gentlemen. We're cleaning them with Windex brand window cleaner and a sponge tip swab.
Yeah, I don't think we can.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you'll just have to trust me that they are underneath there. We do have a maintenance video on Condé TV that shows how to clean a 711 WT. So if you wanted to see exactly where these rollers are located, you can reference that video. And
Doug, there's a number they can call if they want to talk to someone about product support, right?
Yeah, if you need any kind of product or technical support, that's why Condé's tech support is here. That is our toll-free number, Rodeo. That is 1-800-826-6332. Is there a special extension that they call?
I believe that's option 2.
Option 2 for our tech support. All right, fantastic. Now, the last thing that we want to do, Rodeo, I probably need to pop this little piece back on. Okay. Remember when I was talking about the fuser?
Well, she's dirty, isn't she?
Here is the fuser right here. This is the back of the fuser. This is the front of the fuser. And as you can see, we've got a lot of excess dusting, a lot of excess toner within that fuser. But what we really want to check, Rodeo, and hopefully I can remember how to open up this back flap here. Look down at the bottom here. If you see any toner accumulated, you could use your shop air to clean that out. And on the front of the printer, or pardon me, the front of the fuser unit, I hope everyone can see that. Inside, there is that orange wheel. That is your heat conductive fuser wheel. Now, located along the side are these two gear wheels that you could use to advance this roller. Okay, so you could push on the gear wheels and advance the roller. What you're looking for is any kind of accumulated toner that might be on that orange wheel. If you see any accumulated toner, what you're going to want to do is get one of your sponge tip swabs and some either denatured alcohol or acetone and use that, and you're basically going to clean a strip advance the roller, clean again until that is clean. As a matter of fact, on Condé TV, we have a dedicated video that talks about how to deal with toner contamination. Okay. Hey everyone, hope you could see. Let me get this down here. So now that we have essentially cleaned out our printer, Bo, we're just going to go ahead and reassemble. We're going to drop the fuser assembly in first. Make sure these blue tabs are down. Move this tab into the lock position.
So cleaning the printer is a pretty simple, easy thing to do.
Well, I mean, so far we've been doing this, what, about 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah, I was going to say, we're doing it live. And
yeah, so it's not something difficult. And like I said, it's not something that we have to do on a regular basis. Now, let me get, and then this should just drop back down. And we're going to turn our tabs right to lock the transfer belt into position. And let me grab my toners and drums. Okay. Now, here we've got our corresponding colors: cyan, yellow, magenta, white. And we will just go ahead and reset. The toner and drum is one unit. And as a point of reference, the stickers on your toners and your drums should line up with these stickers here, and they are color coded. So just make sure that you put the proper toner and drum into its proper housing.
Have you ever put the wrong one in, Doug?
Me personally, no, Bo. But it can happen. So, and as a product manager, even if I did do that, I could never admit it.
So you've
done
no,
it. Bo, I've never had that happen.
Do you have to flip those on anything, or are they locked into place once you put them in?
Yeah, remember, we didn't unlock the toner
Okay.
cartridges. They're still in their locked position, so everything should be good to go. And at that point, we can just close up the unit. Reset our cassette tray. And at that point, Rodeo, we would just simply plug it in and we should be good to go.
So we're ready to print and pimp now then?
Well, once we finish the cleaning process, ladies and gentlemen, probably the first thing that I would do is print a test page or print a demo page, just to make sure that that print comes out clean, that there's no scattered toner particles that appear on the page. You know, in other words, it's printing intact. But like I said, at that point, you should be good to go. And as far as this routine maintenance that we just performed on the printer, like I said, you basically want to do this once or twice a year, depending on how often you run your printer. So if you're only producing a few transfers a week here or there, you could probably get away with a whole year without having to clean your unit. If you're doing hundreds of transfers a week, you might want to do this routine cleaning about every 6 months. But like I said, it will help eliminate a lot of print quality issues. It will help eliminate a lot of errors, such as toner sensor errors, things of that nature.
A lot of wasted.
Yes, and the main thing is, like I said, by cleaning the rollers and cleaning the fuser, you're ensuring that the paper flows through the printer properly and that the toner is properly fused to the page, okay? So if you have any questions about the procedure that we just covered here, you can leave a comment in the comment section on either YouTube or Facebook Live. Bo and I do go through those comments and, you know, we answer them as quick as we see them. If you need more detailed explanation, don't forget to contact our Condé Systems Technical Support Department, 1-800-826-6332, option 2.
Support@Condé.com.
And yes, you can email support@condé.com. Okay. But hopefully, you've basically have got the tools and now you've got the know-how to be able to do this on your own on a regular basis and keep your printer happy and healthy.
I have no excuse now, Doug. If you ask me to do that, I have to do it because I have no excuse. I know how to do it.
Now you know how to do it, and hopefully you do too. So we hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to tune in 2 weeks for our next episode of the T-shirt transfer
That'll
paper
be after
power
the
hour.
open house, right?
It will be after the open house, and it will be an open house post-mortem. We'll cover all the great classes that were presented during it and hip you to which ones you need to check out on YouTube. We will also let you know if there are any specials running after open house, and we might even have some product giveaways 2 weeks from Tuesday. So make sure you tune in to the next episode of the T-shirt transfer paper power half hour. Until then, for my friend Rodeo Bo, I'm Doug DeWitt, T-shirt transfer paper product manager. Our time's up. We thank you for yours.